So, this is the lecture of standard 12. Okay, chapter number 1, rotational motion. In that, first we will see what is mechanics. Mechanics is the study of motion of object. Means the motion of the object is studied in the mechanics, and forces acting on object means how many forces are acting on object that we are that is studied in the mechanics. Okay, so in mechanics there are two types. First is kinematics and static. So static, kinetics. So what is do you mean by static? Static means static means the study of object which is at rest. So example, this is a table where there is a block which is at rest. So the study of this object which is at rest is done in the static, and in kinetics the study of motion of an object which is moving is done in the kinetics. Example, car is moving. Suppose the car is at rest in initial position while it moves. After some time, at every instant it increases its speed, and after some time it covers somewhat distance. If suppose in 5 seconds it completes somewhat meter distance, means it's moving. So the study of object in motion, that is called as a kinetics. Okay. So the sub object sub articles. First was mechanics was divided into uh, first the mechanics was divided into static and kinetics, and now the kinetics is again divided into kinematics and dynamics. What is kinematics? Kinematics is the study of an object without considering force which is responsible for the motion. Example is kinematical equations. What are the kinematical equations? Three kinematical equations are there. We know first is V is equal to U plus AT. Second is S is equal to AT plus half UT plus half AT square. Okay. And third one is V square is equal to U square plus twice AS. Okay. Here this is the V is the final velocity and U is the initial velocity. Here it is acceleration and this T is the time. Okay. And S is the displacement. U is the again initial velocity, and T is the time period, and half again it's acceleration, here it is time, and again here it's final velocity, initial velocity, A acceleration, and S is small s is here it is displacement. Means what we have to see, what we have studied in this, and in any equation there is no term as force. Nothing force is there. Here it's force is not there. Means the study of an object which is in motion without considering, okay, the study of an object without considering the force, okay, without considering force which is responsible for the motion. Means force is not considered in the kinematics, okay, and in second case here dynamics, the study of an object in motion with considering force. Okay, here it was without the force, means force was not considered here in the kinematics, and in dynamics the force is considered which is responsible for the motion. Okay, so here it is with considering the force, and example is centripetal force and centrifugal force. We know uh, what is centripetal force and centrifugal force. Centripetal force, which is directed towards the center, while while the particle is moving, it is directed towards the center, which is the example of the uh, Earth is moving around the sun, and the centripetal force is acted towards the center, and the centrifugal force is directed outwards, which is the what is the example of the centrifugal force which is directed outwards is merry-go-round. You have seen uh, anywhere that merry-go-round, the moving movings are all the movements are outwards. They the are in a merry-go-round. They are moving, and the direction is outwards. Means the merry-go-round is the best example for the centrifugal force. Now further we will see next. Now we will see further. Till now we have seen what is mechanics and what are the types of mechanics, and then what are the sub articles which are kinetics, how the kinetics are divided into kinematics and dynamics, their examples. Now we will see what is difference between the rotational motion and circular motion. In circular motion, the particle is moving along the circumference of a circle, which is the outside the particle. Okay, means which is outside. Okay, it is it is considering the center as a center, considering the center as, and then moving along the circumference of a circle, means the object is far away from the point of the radius. Okay, there is no axis passing through that object which is moving, and in rotational motion, the motion of an object is about an axis passing through the object itself. So the example we can see here, the earth is rotating about an axis, means this is object which is moving, and the axis is passed through the object, and then the earth is rotating. This is called as a rotational motion. And here in circular motion, here the difference is there. What is difference is there? It is a circular motion. It is a motion of an object moving along the circumference of circle at any point outside that object. Means the point is here. The example of this is artificial satellite. Means here it is the sun is there, and the earth is moving around the sun, considering the along this point. Okay, considering this as a radius, and this is acting as a centripetal force towards the center, but there is no contact between this particle and uh, this object and this point, center point. Okay, this is called as a circular motion. But here the all the particles are attached to this axis. Means here there is a contact. Here is the which of the object is moving. There is the contact between the each of the particle which is moving. Suppose this is an object and the particle is moving. It this both have a contact about an axis. Okay, so the axis is passing through the object itself. Here any point outside that object, means the our object which was moving, which was that was the object which was moving, that was outside, okay, which was moving only along the circumference of the circle, okay. But here the particle is moving, rotating like this, okay, about an axis. So this is called as a rotational motion. And this particle, suppose inside here, the it revolves like this, means the particle inside this earth is performing circular motion, but as a whole the body is performing a rotational motion in this way. This axis is there and the particle is rotating about an axis. This is the difference between the rotational motion and circular motion. Now further we will see what are the kinematics of the circular motion. Now further in the kinematics of the circular motion, there are two types: uniform circular motion and non-uniform circular motion. In uniform circular motion, while the particle is performing the circular motion, its speed remains constant and its velocity remains constant, its angular velocity also remains constant, and d omega upon dt is 0 and acceleration is 0, okay. And the direction of the angular velocity is denoted by the right hand thumb rule. So now we will see how the right hand thumb rule works, and we can find the direction of the angular velocity while the particle is performing the circular motion, okay. So take your right hand and curl the fingers. So this is the direction of the uh, particle which is moving in a circular direction, okay, which is in this direction. It is going in this direction, means anti-clockwise it is going. Then the thumb which is upward, it is a this thumb is denoted as here as a angular velocity. In this case, when the particle is moving in this direction, circle, these are the, suppose these are the curved fingers like this, okay, and this is the direction of the angular velocity which is upwards. But when the particle is moving in anti-clockwise direction, we have to take this thumb in this way and curl the fingers, okay, curl the fingers like this, and now the particle is moving in this direction, clockwise direction, then your thumb will go downwards like this, okay. First it was like this, the fingers were curled and it was moving in a anti-clockwise direction, okay. Circular motion here, and the angular velocity, the direction of angular velocity was the thumb which is upward, outstretched here, and then while it was moving in anti-clockwise direction, the particles are moving in this direction, and the direction of angular velocity, this thumb is in downward direction. Here it is shown as a angular velocity in downward direction, okay. So the uniform in the uniform circular motion, the acceleration which is responsible is radial acceleration or centripetal acceleration, okay. Means suppose this particle is p which is moving along the circumference of a circle, and this is the center of the circle, and this is the radius of the circle, and we know that very well that the centripetal force is acting towards its center here inwards. So this is called as a centripetal acceleration. Why? Now we have to find the centripetal acceleration. The centripetal acceleration is denoted by A suffix r. Here A suffix r is equal to minus omega square r. In a vector form it is taken as a minus. Why it is minus? Because here from this center the radius vector or the position vector is in this direction r, and a of r, direction of the acceleration, radial acceleration, is towards the center. A of r is opposite to the r here, so it is minus. Here it is minus written here, and p is the point. Here point P is there, and now we know that very well the tangential axis velocity is always acting on the particle while performing the circular motion. What is the tangential velocity? V is equal to tangential velocity is V is equal to, in a vector form, is V cross R bar, and in magnitude it is V is equal to r omega. This is the tangential velocity v, which is always tangential to the circumference of the circle. As the point moves here, this is tangential. It will change its direction. Means only what is changing in this case? Everything, all the terms are constant here. We have seen already the speed is constant, velocity is constant, angular velocity is also constant, and speed is also constant, acceleration is also constant here. But the case here is, in this case, the direction of the velocity is changing at every instant as the particle moves further. You can see in this diagram. Okay, so now we will see how this equation is there. Here in the vector form, A of r, angular acceleration, uh, radial acceleration or centripetal acceleration is minus omega square r. Okay, and omega square r in magnitude we can write as omega square r, and the relation between the v is equal to omega r we can write as omega substituting omega as v upon r. How it will be then? Omega square r, omega substituting in omega square r, we will substitute in omega square r as omega is equal to v upon r. Then it will become v square upon r. Okay, here this, we are substituting the value of the omega as v upon r. Okay, so after substituting the value of the omega as v upon r, it will become omega square upon r square, and this r as it is. Then this r and this r gets cancelled, and what we get as v upon v square upon r. So here it is, radial acceleration is v square upon r. Now further we will see what is the relation between the angular velocity and linear velocity, and angular acceleration also. All relations we will see now, and after that we will see what is non-uniform circular motion.